Greetings, family. Welcome and welcome back. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're already a part of our soul family, thank you so much for coming back again and again. You are loved and appreciated. Family, I have a very important message to deliver to you today from the ancestors. Please keep in mind that this is a collective reading and not everything is going to fit for everybody. Therefore, it is suggested that you take what fits and leave the rest. If this message resonates with you, there will be a link down below in the description box where you can book a personal reading with me and you can get a deeper look into your own personal situation and a bit more clarity. All right, so let's not waste any time. We're going to jump right into this message. Therefore, without further ado, family, let's get into it. My beautiful, beautiful people. I feel like there's an energy here of somebody giving, somebody being compassionate, somebody sharing resources, sharing energy, sharing kind words. For some of you, what you're giving is forgiveness. Some of you are forgiving somebody for something, and we're going to look into that some more and see exactly what's going on. But there's an energy of giving. It's like someone is just like, I'm moving on. Okay? I'm not worried about this anymore. I'm not going to hold on to a grudge. I'm going to forgive. I'm going to let go. Confirmation. I feel like some of you are giving your time, like you're working for charities, you're helping the community, you're helping a person, an individual. Some of you could be helping a younger sibling. Some of you could be helping like a niece, a nephew, a little cousin, somebody who needs some help with something. Somebody might be like stressed out and you're guiding them like, here, let me show you the way because I already been through what you've been through. So this is going to look different for everybody, but there's definitely an energy of like love, compassion, generosity, giving. Okay. Some of you may be earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Some of you guys are like, I'm literally seeing you give to the homeless. So like some of you guys, somebody may have just given, like put like $100 or like a very steep amount into a homeless person's cup, or like you gave charity that maybe you don't normally give. And I feel like a lot of you're like letting go of like this frugal mentality. Like you're letting go of the lack mentality. You're like, all right, I'm not stressing about money anymore. Some of you are not stressing about money anymore because you're realizing that it really doesn't have the power that they've made it out to have. And when I say they, I mean people in general, okay? And also the people who push money. The Federal Reserve is what I'm hearing. So some of you are finding peace with that. And this is the funniest thing, right? There was a time where maybe you were stressing about money and it wasn't coming to you. Like you were stressing about money, resources, like you were chasing something, okay? And it wasn't coming to you. But now that you're like giving it up, and there goes that word again, giving, right? Now you're giving up that energy of being worried about it, stressing about it. And you got the emperor here, you got the magician here. It's like by you letting it go, it's coming to you. That's crazy. That is so funny. And so a lot of you guys are giving up whatever this energy is, right? Because this can look so many different ways for so many different people. Whatever it is that you're giving up, when you were holding on tightly to it, it caused a lack of progress. It caused delays for you. It caused setbacks. Confirmation. You lost connections. You lost connections. You lost opportunities. You lost your peace of mind. You lost your sanity because you were holding on to this thing, this thought, this idea, this person, this habit, whatever it was that you're holding on to, right? And so now that you're letting it go, everything you lost is coming to you. Everything that you wanted but couldn't have, or I don't want to say couldn't have, but you wanted, but it wasn't the time for you to have it, right? You just, at the time, you didn't have it. It's all coming to you now. And things are turning around because with this Emperor energy here, you bossed up. You took you made a move that set up not only you, you set your whole bloodline up. Like, you broke a curse. You broke a curse. It was something that your family have been stressing about, holding on to for years. For some of you, this could be poverty. For some of you, it could be a thought, like a belief system, right? It could be a mindset. And now that you're letting it go, not only are you healing and you're healing your whole bloodline and breaking a generational curse, you are attracting better to yourself. So the Emperor talks about authority, leadership. Like, you took the step. You took the step that people have been afraid to take. And I mean hundreds of years, okay? Like, you took a step that your people have been afraid to take for hundreds of years. So some of you could be a fire sign. That's like a leadership energy. Fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, those are all really prominent, like passionate signs. And they have really great leadership qualities that you embody, or you're going to learn to embody. For some of you, you need to learn to embody that. So leadership, like, you're speaking up, you're doing things that are unconventional. Like, you're facing your shadow self, you're facing your habits, you're facing your generational curses, all of that, lack mentality, everything. You're facing it and you're dealing with it. For some of you, confirmation. For some of you, this is leading to structure. Like, your life lacked structure before, and then you made a boss move and you were like, yeah, I'm going to change this up because I like this ain't working for me. The way that I've been living, the way my family been living, the way we've been thinking, the way whatever we've been valuing is not really helping us. So we're going to go to the other deck to get some confirmation too, to see what they have to say. But like I said, when you step into this energy of letting it go, because if you research the law of attraction, when you're trying to manifest something, there's a step where you have to let it go. You can't worry about it. You set the intention, you tell the ancestors, the universe, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, and then you have to let it go. You got to trust that they got you. You can't be like, oh, that is not coming to me. I tried for so long. Thank you. You have to be confident that it's coming to you. Okay. So whatever you guys are for some of you, this is subconscious. Like, you're letting something go subconsciously, like you're just giving it back because that's what this Six of Pentacles is about, giving. And for some of you, you really are just donating to charities. And so you're getting back whatever you put in, whether you're donating money, time. Some of you are joining organizations. Some of you are, like, just simply, like, you're not gatekeeping. Like, some of you have some really interesting cosmic knowledge within you, quantum knowledge, and I mean knowledge of like esoteric knowledge, okay? And maybe you kept it to yourself because you were like, people are gonna think I'm crazy, and now you're telling people. Like, that's what I'm saying. You're giving something. There's a heavy energy of giving here. All right. And I'm hearing, like, share the wealth. Share the wealth. Because when you share the wealth, it comes back to you. It's like full circle. It's full circle. You're letting things go. You're like letting go of control. For some of you, you're just letting go of control, trying to control the outcome. It's like you're just trusting. For some of you, you're giving trust. You're trusting your ancestors, your spirit team. You're like, you know what? I know y'all got this. Like, y'all already proved to me that I'm not alone in this world, because I'm seeing your signs. Things are working out for me. Even when things aren't really working out for me, they're working out for me. They always end up working out the way they're supposed to. And I always end up good. I'm still here, right? So some of you were more so in your ego before, and this is how, and I'm still shuffling because this is just like they have a lot to say. Um, so for some of you, you were deep in your ego, okay? And when you're in your ego, sometimes you are self-centered. You don't really see things from a different perspective. You can't really see other people's struggle. And so now that you're balancing your ego with your intuition, with compassion, and you're letting go of greed and materialism, you are now stepping into an energy of stability. Because when you raise your vibrational frequency, you align yourself with all the things that you want. You know, a lot of people are trying to manifest these really great things, even healing, trying to manifest anything and you don't align with it is not going to work. And that's why I say study the laws of the universe. It's more than just the law of attraction. You know, it's multiple steps that goes into manifesting things. You have to really do the work on yourself, work on your perspective, how you see the world around you, how you view yourself. You know, how much trust do you have that everything is going to work out in your favor? Like everything matters. There's a lot that goes into it. So balancing the ego is vital. Okay, so we got the Five of Cups here in reverse. Some of you may be water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Some of you might live near the water. Like you might live on like, I want to say kind of like an island. Confirmation. So a lot of you live on like an island. Like you might be in the Caribbean or you might be in like a city too. Like you could be in New York because New York is surrounded by water. LA is surrounded by water. Miami is surrounded by water. Some of you guys are like in the Caribbean as well. Like, and when I say the Caribbean, I'm talking about Jamaica, Dominican Republic. I'm talking about Mexico. You know, like the Caribbean areas, the Bahamas. Okay. Some of you guys are like in Long Island, New York. Some of you guys live in like Manhattan or Harlem, New York, because that's an island. Like, that's considered, you know, the island. But yeah. Or some of you just like the color blue. Some of you just like the color blue. Like when I see you surrounded by, it could, to me, it looks like water, right? But you could just like the color blue. Or you could be wearing blue right now as we speak. So yeah, a lot of you guys are moving on. The Five of Cups in reverse talks about acceptance, forgiveness, moving on. You're letting go of something. You're moving on. You're accepting this is what it is. And this is leading to a level of emotional stability. Queen of Cups here upright. Some of you may have been overly emotional before. Yeah, heavy water sign here. Heavy water energy here. Some of you guys were really emotional and it led to you being irrational. And so now you're checking yourself on that. You're like, okay, let me breathe. You know, let me get myself together. Let me take a moment before reacting. Let me just respond. Some of you guys are parenting yourself. Like you're talking yourself through it, you know. And with that you are leaning in on being more empathetic. You're tapping into your empathy. That's also a high vibrational energy to be in. So a lot of you guys are really just raising your vibrational frequency. Some of you guys are working on your intuition as well, or you're learning to trust your intuition. But some of you are really working on your third eye chakra. Confirmation. And so yeah, remember I just said that some of you guys are parenting yourself. The Queen of Cups talks about nurturing. Like there's a lot of nurturing energy with the Queen of Cups. Okay, she nurtures. She takes care of you. She's like Oshun energy, Yemoja energy. Whereas like Oya is more fierce. Not to say that she's not nurturing. She's still a mother. She's a woman, but there's something about that Oshun and that Yemoja energy, and I think it's because they're water. Some of you may also be children of Oshun Yemoja. Some of you guys may have seashells collected. Like you may have seashells in your house, on your altar, or maybe when you go to the beach, you collect seashells or rocks. Some of you guys are, and this came out in another reading a few weeks ago. Some of you guys are being crowned, like you've recently been crowned, or like you've recently graduated spiritually, like in the 5D. Some of you guys wear like a headdress, like a turban, a fez, a crown, like, or you wear like you dress your hair with some type of adornment that is symbolic of like, you know, the higher self or royalty, right? A higher being, so to speak. Or some of you guys may just wear like a dot, like you may have like spiritual like or symbolic facial tattoos or something on your face that says like, I know who I am and I'm royalty, bitch. You know, like that type of energy. Like, yeah, I dare you. I know who I am. Like really fierce energy. Fierce energy. Let me know if that's resonating with you guys. But yeah, so you guys are adapting to these changes and you're adapting really well at a good pace. You're balancing out your energy. You're balancing your mind, your body, and your soul. You're doing the work. Some of you are doing chakra work on yourselves. Okay. And this is helping you to be more flexible, non-judgmental, more understanding, you know. And remember, the first card that we pulled, the Six of Pentacles, talks about compassion, generosity, right? So confirmation, you are stepping into this nurturing leader energy, in touch with your emotions, not like overreactional. Okay, you're not a crash out. You're not crashing out. Like, you know, you're letting go. Like, you're just like more laid back. Like, you're more like, all right, you're stepping into like, and I know a lot of guys don't like to hear this, but you're stepping into your feminine energy where you don't feel like you gotta get in your ego all the time. You don't feel like you gotta defend your manhood all the time. You don't feel like you gotta defend yourself all the time. Like, you're just chill. You're laid back. You're letting go. You are giving. Remember that word again. With that Six of Pentacles, you are giving your ancestors, spirit guides, higher power, the opportunity to lead you. You're trusting them. You're just like, I ain't even gonna stress about it. And wow, the wealth that you attract being in that feminine energy. The feminine energy is in a place of receiving. And so, and this, what you receive is going to put you on another level, right? This is just the energy you're in right now. And the time that you're hearing this message is when you're supposed to hear it. Okay? But it's like, you're in this energy right now. And so now when you get what you need, you might get in your masculine energy and like, you're going to start putting ideas to work. You're going to start putting these resources, so some of you are going to be attracting so much money that now you're like, I see you making plans. You're like, all right, well, now what we doing? Some of you are making the plans now, and that's how you're helping to manifest. But for some of you, it's like, okay, we got this lump sum of money. What are we doing? We buying land. What are we doing? We're investing in a business. What are we doing? Are we like, we traveling the world? We're gonna go teach? Are we starting an organization? Like, what are we doing? So it's like, you got to get it first. You know, put yourself in that feminine energy, that place of receiving, get it first. And then after you get it, that's when you put everything to work. You get to work, you get in that masculine energy and you make things happen. And it's so funny because I didn't even see this page of wands here. The page of wands is talking about exploring. It says exploration, creativity, enthusiasm, ambition. Holy shit. Masculine energy, ambition. I'm going to get it now. So that's what you got once you manifest this. You're letting go. Like, you're trusting that it's coming to you. Transformation. But also, I was going to say confirmation. But transformation works too. You're transforming. And this is such, I'm trying to think of the word to describe the power of this transformation that you are currently going through. Like, I can't even think of the words to describe it, but this is going to change the whole trajectory of your life. Okay. So now, finally looking at the cards that I pulled from the other deck, Tarot of the Moors. It talks about the fall of Grenada, which is the Tower card in the modern tarot deck. The fall of Grenada. And so it took a tower moment for you to get to this energy of finally saying, I'm going to let it go. I'm hearing like Elsa from Frozen, let it go. And I don't even mess with Disney, but you're letting things go. You're forgiving. And then we got the Four of Cups here with the other deck. And the Four of Cups always talks about kind of like relaxing. Like, it says you sink into a period of lethargy. Like, you may be tired, you may be resting. You may be preparing because you've been doing so much soul work. Your soul has been really working on elevating you, helping you to transcend, walking you through this transformation. And so some of you may feel tired. And I said that the other day too. Like, as I was yawning, I'm like, some of you guys are yawning too. Like, I'm not the only one tired, because we feel it, right? We're affected by these planetary movements and planetary alignments and just everything happening right now in the 5D, because the veil is very thin. We can feel it, and for a lot of us, that's where that boost of motivation and creativity comes from. And so some of you, they're wanting you to remember not to fall into being too mundane. Okay, so balance, duality. So it's like they want you to be laid back, but they don't want you to not care at all. Balance. Everything is balance. Wow. Some of you become bored with this, and that's when you jump back into your masculine energy, making things work or going to get things. Like some of you, you're just like, okay, that's enough. Enough resting. Back to being like a go-getter. But remember, these are multiple storylines. Multiple storylines I'm getting here. So if it doesn't resonate, don't force it to fit, okay? Some of you, like, they're wanting you to be careful not to become too distracted while you're in this place of, like, kind of just, like, flowing. Like, don't become too not concerned. Don't become too unbothered, because there is still work to do. Remember, this is just the energy you're in right now. Energy is always changing. You're never going to be in the same space forever and ever and ever. So this is what they're calling your attention to right now at the moment, okay? And then, finally, we got the Justice card here. So didn't I say you're like attracting something because you're in this energy while you're there? You are manifesting something. And for some of you, remember I said, if you're giving, if you're being compassionate and you're giving, you're receiving. And that's what the Justice card confirms. The Justice card is letting you know that you now have good karma coming to you. And I'll even read it for you from the guidebook. It says, your focus may be on settlements. So for some of you, you really are getting a settlement. Like, you may have been in the courts for something. You're going to win that court case. So it says your focus may be on settlements, vindication, and equal treatment. You stand up for the rights of self or others. Contract and other written agreements may warrant a second look. Okay, so make sure you're reading through all your contracts at this time. Some of you will be signing contracts for money, material gain, or even just resources in general. And remember I said earlier, like, many of you are in a place of like compassion, generosity. You may be learning how to sympathize and empathize more with others. And so because of that, some of you are standing up for yourself, or you're standing up for someone else, or you're helping them through whatever turmoil or situation they're going through. Okay, so let's see what cards will close this reading. Also, get your questions ready. I will be able to answer a yes or no question for you at the end of this reading. You can write this question out in the comment section, think it to yourself, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Okay, to close this reading, your spirit team is wanting you to focus on progression. For a lot of you, you have come a very long way, and they're acknowledging that. They're acknowledging that you come from a place of being in denial, avoiding confrontation, not learning from your past mistakes, being confused, being indecisive, lacking focus, okay? And so you've come out of that. For some of you, you are coming out of that. And you're moving into a place of, with this Knight of Pentacles here, you're moving into a place of being reliable, being practical, being disciplined, persevering. Damn, we got 2 knights here. Sheesh. We also got the Knight of Wands here, which talks about action, adventure, passion, risk taking. So yeah, you're taking a risk. You're like, I've never done this before. My family has never even done this before. I'm doing something unconventional, but I'm going to do it anyway. You're taking a risk. You're like, what's the worst that could happen? The way that I was living before wasn't working out for me, right? So you want to change things up because you want different results. Okay? The Knight of Wands says, follow your passion and pursue your goals. Okay? It says, what actions can you take to move closer to your goals? So you're taking action, and you have a destination that you're working towards. Okay, with the King of Cups here, many of you are also learning emotional maturity. And remember, that came out earlier. They were mentioning the fact that you're going to learn to be more balanced, more emotionally mature. This card also talks about compassion, the King of Cups. Okay, so you're learning compassion, you're raising your vibrational frequency by being kind, understanding, overstanding, compassionate, and fair. It says you are the master of your emotions. You are the master of your emotions. It says, is there a need to balance emotions and intuition with reason and logic? So yeah, with this compassion, with your emotional maturity, you're going into an energy of peace, calmness, that more feminine energy where you'll be able to receive. It also speaks about balanced emotion. Okay, we got water energy here again. And this guy also has a headdress on. So some of you definitely have something going on with your head, your face, your I want to say your whole crown, that whole crown area. Okay. And the Hangman, finally, the Hangman here, the last card. The Hangman talks about letting go, surrender, suspension, okay, new perspective. So it's like taking that break, like, going back to the drawing board, stopping where you're at. Wait a minute, let me reevaluate how I'm doing things, and let me change things up a bit. Let me let go, let me trust, let me just, actually be okay with being guided. Let me realize that I am divinely protected. And the Hangman says, sometimes the only way to gain perspective is to pause and see the world. Surrender to what is. Sometimes the only way to gain perspective is to pause and see the world. Surrender to what is. Surrender, letting go. Wow. Surrender to what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. No fear. No self-limiting beliefs and thoughts. Confirmation. All right, family. So let's see what answer they have. We're going to pull one card. Get your questions ready. Ask your questions. We're going to shuffle and then we're going to pull the card. In the meantime, if you want a deeper look into your personal situation, book a reading with me down below in the description box. Okay. Ancestors, please give me the answer to the collective's question. Oh, that was quick. It says maybe. It says maybe. Okay. It says, what insights can you gain from spending time alone in solitude? And the message here is the answers are within you. The answers are within you. And Hermit is Virgo energy. Okay, so earth sign. Somebody's very wise. Very wise. Okay, family. Sending you so much love and healing energy. I hope that you enjoyed this reading and I hope that it was a help to you. Until next time, peace and oneness.